Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Disney Dudes podcast. This is episode 24. We are coming at you hot, coming
Yes.
at you gurgling, coming at you, Lord knows. There's a lot to this episode, and it may make you queasy, it may make you uncomfortable, but hey, that's why we're here to make you feel uneasy and uncomfortable, especially Taylor, not
Yes.
me,
Yeah.
not me. Yeah. So you're back from vacation, rested. How you doing, man?
I wouldn't say rested, but yeah, we're
Oh,
back.
okay.
Um, yeah, we're doing all right. It's you need a vacation after after the Disney vacation. But no, I've been back to work for 2 weeks, and work is kicking my tail. I'm a little tired from that, but I want to go back to Disney World tomorrow if I could.
That I'm always thinking, what can I do? Looking at my schedule. I am worried about the bank account because I know they just Disney Dudes News. I just saw they raised prices. I don't know
Yes.
how much, but I mean that's you know in the way
So
you can look at it both ways.
yes,
Where
and so one thing I found out today, um, there are blackout dates for annual pass holders. I did not know that.
really,
Yes, because I was looking to see if there's a possibility of going for a weekend sometime in the near future, and
yes,
it's blacked out. So that means I would have to buy a ticket in
just a
addition to
day.
my annual pass.
Oh wow, yeah, there's no chance,
That's
no
some
chance.
BS.
Is it
But
blackout day?
the
Is it
good
blackout
thing
days
is,
for individual parks, or is it just
the
in general?
in general, the
Okay,
the only good thing is the blackout date would be for I'd have to buy a park pass for 2 days.
okay, okay. So
So I mean,
really
I can
forcing your hand.
we can handle that, but still,
Yeah.
there's no use in getting an annual pass if that's how they're going to do it.
Okay. Yeah, and I mean, up in the prices. I read a meme the other day on Twitter where they said, "I can't believe they raised prices," or "This will be the cheapest they are
Yeah,
for the foreseeable future until they raise them again." You know, so it
exactly.
depends on how you look at it. But all that said and done, um, I talked to you at the end of your vacation. I mean, I kept in touch with you pretty much. I went on vacation with you. I lived vicariously through your text and everything. And
Yeah, you
yep,
did.
that's it. That's it. And that being the case, I said this whole week has worn me out. I'm done. Hurricane business, all that said and done. I'm tired.
Yeah,
I needed 1 week, and I kind of figured it was the perfect week for not only me to take it off, but especially you with
yeah,
everything you
and
had going on.
yeah, and next, I'll tell you right now, next week, um, I would like to talk about the vacation a little bit more in
Sure,
depth,
sure.
because I know I ranted and raved on Thursday 2 weeks ago,
Hmm.
um, about the vacation, but there were some good points. There were some good facts that people need to know. Um, yeah, and so I got some exciting news that I will be sharing in the next few weeks, regarding the vacation and vacation club and
Oh, wow.
Disney and
Okay.
maybe even a giveaway.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, you are, man, you're bringing it. You're living large and in charge, man. You're just I'm the so I think we're going to be taking on two different perspectives, the one that actually goes to Disney and the one that just sits at home and, is barefoot and pregnant with his kids and just dreams of going to Disney, so to speak, right? So yeah, cuz not only did you just go last month, but guess who's going in January?
You.
My wife. No, no, I'm not going
Oh
in
yeah,
January.
that's true. Emily is. Yeah.
Emily is going with some of her friends for a birthday thing. It is the lamest thing ever. And guess who booked the trip for her? Me. Who paid the deposit? Me. And who can take that deposit away? Me.
But
Unless
don't you
she's
go
going
in
to.
February for running?
I do. I do.
So she's
For
going
running.
back to back months.
Yes.
What a, oh
BS.
my gosh, I'm
It's complete
jealous.
BS. It's complete BS. That's why I'm pushing And I was going to be going the first weekend. I mean, I was literally, she just texted me and said, jealous. Emily, just, she can hear me from the, from the bedroom, whatever. Yeah. You can go, take a long walk, short pier, whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I'm jealous.
I mean, who wouldn't be? Who
I'm
wouldn't
jealous.
be in
I
her?
want it down the road. I want to go at least once a month.
Mm.
That's a tall task.
It is a very tall order. There is a woman that now, of course, during the pandemic when airplane travel or airplane tickets were dirt cheap, she went for an entire year. She went once a month. She went once a month. She had an annual pass. She lived in New Jersey, and she would fly down once a month. It was when they had just reopened.
Yeah.
And they had a whole, I don't know if it was People Magazine or whatever syndicated column in whatever newspaper, but yeah, they interviewed her. She goes, prices are this cheap. I know they're going to inevitably go back up. I'm taking advantage. And that's something I mean, you talk about regret. What was, how come I didn't think of that, whatever, but here we are. But at least I get to go. At least I get to go in February.
Yeah.
That's right around the corner.
My mom told me today, she said, if we don't use our points and stuff for next year, that she's planning on taking my dad down for a week. And my dad has gone like one time.
Why? It's not his thing. He's not into it. I mean, I get fast rides. I get, thrill rides. I mean, that's tip of the iceberg when it comes to Disney, but
he's not, I don't know. He's not a big, I mean, he rode Tower of Terror. My mom tricked him to go on it, but
So there's the key right there.
Yeah.
there's the missing piece to the puzzle. There's your motivation to not go. But no, I mean, I remember whenever I had never ridden Tower of Terror until I was mid-30s. Okay, she just texts me again, jealous. Much? Yes, I get it. I'm jealous. Yes, we already stipulated that like 10 times. Stop texting
Hey, Emily,
me.
I'm jealous.
Well, and Taylor's jealous, so, but he just wins, so whatever. Who cares? I have more room to be jealous, right?
Hey, Emily, why don't we all go instead of going to that convention in the 8th, 9th of December? Why don't we go to Disney World?
Do we get reimbursed for room and board and a per diem for food?
There's got to be a convention. There's got to be a medical convention down there.
They're all the time.
Exactly.
And so and she goes, yeah, of course. Emily said, yeah, we'll look into it. There's got to be something. And I mean, I'll do the research for her.
Yeah, the next convention, chiropractic convention that they have in Orlando, I'm going to it.
Okay.
Am I going to the convention? No.
Beat that. No.
No.
Well, no, I don't blame you. Here, you should eat. So what is the food choice of the night?
Pretzels.
Yeah. Way to keep it classy.
Thank you.
Well, no, I'm all about pretzels. Savory. I'll take savory, sweet, and crunchy any day of the week. But for me, the week off, essential and everything. And what are you sucking on right there, big boy?
Oh, sorry. My Donald Duck sipper from the Halloween.
I mean, based on the background, it kind of looks like a ghost, a little haunting.
Yeah.
The way it kind of goes in and out, kind of faded there.
Well, look at this. Look at the strap.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Rub it in. Okay, so rub it in, my friend. So we did have a topic for that. Oh, okay, you're not done.
No, go ahead.
Attention.
I'm done. I'm done.
Okay, done. No. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's not like I live for these moments where I could talk about, Disney and my loathing of your stupid trip. No wonder a hurricane came. It's not like I had black magic and I practiced Santeria and I went double toil and trouble and make that hurricane ruin his trip. Yes. No. I mean, I did say I hope it rains every day, and then as soon as I saw Hurricane Ian hovering over the Gulf, and I was kidding. I know I have nothing to do with this situation, but I felt terrible. But you still had a great time. You still got to do the VIP tour. But that's a future episode.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Because I'm excited. I'm excited about that. Sorry. That's
I'm excited about that one too.
Yep. So anyway, let's forget what we're going to talk about with this episode, and we'll be queued up with our topic drop on Tuesday and talk about that. No, this week's episode is the brown pants episode.
Yes.
Do you have any clue what that means?
I do. Do you want me to say it, or do you want me to?
I don't want. I don't know what. I don't know how to. Just describe the picture.
Snow White Mine Train. Oh, sorry. This is on Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind.
We're not going to get into it, but it looks like you're like auditioning for the Backstreet Boys and your different poses and facial expressions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So what? So the brown pant episode to me is, how can I say it?
Like how to color coordinate with like autumn, fall colors.
Pretty much,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Actually,
It's
brown.
pretty much it means that you get scared. Bliss.
I don't know about that. That could be the case, but I think maybe more of a fashion risk, a fashion faux pas. They always kind of say like no white after Labor Day.
Yeah.
But it reminds me of a joke. Reminds me of a joke.
Let's hear it.
And it is a classic joke that I kind of go to when I meet with people, when I'm trying to break their ice with people. And it starts a little like this. Long ago, when sailing ships ruled the waves, a British sea captain and his crew were in danger of being boarded by a pirate ship. As the crew became frantic, the captain calmly instructed his first mate, "Bring me my red shirt." The first mate quickly retrieved the captain's red shirt, which the captain put on and led the crew to battle the pirate boarding party. Although some casualties occurred, the pirates were repelled. The British crew sailed on, feeling triumphant. Later that day, the lookout yelled out that now there were 2 pirate vessels sending boarding parties. Their crew cowered in fear, but the captain, calm as ever, instructed, "Bring me my red shirt." Once again, the battle was on. However, the captain and his crew repelled both boarding parties, although this time more casualties had occurred. Weary from the battles, the men sat around on deck that night, recounting the day's occurrences when an ensign looked to the captain and said, "Sir, why do you call for your red shirt before the battle?" The captain, giving the ensign a look that only a captain can give, exhorted, "If I am wounded in battle, the red shirt does not show my wounds, and thus your men will continue to fight, unafraid." The men sat in silence, marveling at the courage of such a man. As dawn came the next morning, the lookout again called out that there were pirate ships approaching, but this time there were 10, counted them, 10 pirate ships, all with boarding parties heading towards the British sea vessel. The men became silent and looked to the captain, their leader, for his usual command. The captain shifted his eyes nervously, then bellowed, "Bring me my brown pants." Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the rides that make you shit your pants. How else are you going to fill your shoes when you're sitting down or standing up in line waiting for a ride? Give me my brown pants. So therefore, this is the brown pants episode, and
Yes, it
we
is.
are coming in hot.
Yep.
I like hot diarrhea, green apple splatters, whatever. Because I mean, diarrhea is hot. Cha cha cha. So I have a top 5. The top 5 rides that are my brown pants rides. Right.
Yeah. I'm ready.
These rides, just the anticipation getting into it. I think about it. It scares me. I love these rides, and at the end of the rides, I may be wearing brown pants.
Abbott, you
Right? I may be
go
wearing.
back. Hold on. No. Go back.
What?
Go back.
Oh,
Right there. It looks like you're his crotch.
Yeah. Hey, hey, dude, it's okay to lay off the the Vicks Vapor Rub down there. That's weird. Why would you make it numb? That's weird. Anyway, so it's almost like he plays a game with himself. He like takes like NyQuil, and then also takes like Excedrin, and then sorry, we're kind of turning this podcast into something a little bit different and weird, kind of a fetish podcast. That's not this. This is the brown pants episode, and things are getting a little dirty. Bring me my brown pants. Oh, just in case. So, my number 5 ride, that is my number 5 all-time brown pants ride, is Splash Mountain. You may have a splash in your pants when you see, and there's no like tick, 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 tick. You're just floating on the river. You're floating on the river. You're kind of floating along, and then it stops, and it always happens. It doesn't matter. The 2 vultures are looking at you, square, square, at the very end. No matter what, every time that I've ridden Splash Mountain, it's gotten stuck
At the top.
and I've at the top.
Yes.
And I've waited. I'm telling you, the last time I waited, at least Emily and I rode it, waited at least 10 minutes, maybe 8 minutes. It took forever. I know that ride needs a refresher. Thank goodness they're, regardless of your take on how they're repurposing the ride, so to speak.
I think it's going to, and that's another thing. The next episode that we do, I'll talk about how the. Well, I'll talk about how the. I can't even talk with you right now. We'll talk about the refurbishment for Splash Mountain and what our takes are on it and everything like that. So, but yeah, I agree. Have you ever ridden it? Have you ever ridden it at the top when you get stuck? They shut the water off.
No. What I mean, they take you get off the ride. What happens?
We rode it one time.
The water with no water.
They shut the water off, so going down, there was no water. It was just like a roller coaster.
Wow.
Yeah. At the bottom was water, but not the like fountain going over.
I was about to say no water going down, man. That's kind of a hazard. Too much friction.
Yeah.
Man, good Lord. But Splash Mountain, pardon. Splash Mountain, it's not that bad. But when I rode it for the first time, I was back in 2018. But as a kid, the thrill rides, kind of like you now, and it's not comparing you to a kid, because I mean, I'm the one with the crotch like hovering above my head, and I keep like knocking something. Sorry, dude. I mean, well, it's a crowded room over here, High five. If you want them to see you high five yourself or make that O face,
say something.
Correct.
Yeah. There we go. Maybe. Is it not going? There we go. I'm just smack myself in the face.
That's more of like a John Cena.
Yeah.
Kind of like can't see me type thing.
Can't see me.
I feel like I'm doing like an Ace Ventura When Nature Calls kind of situation where I'm going.
But yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you about your 5th pick, the Splash Mountain. That would probably be.
It's not that bad. I mean, it's literally the easiest drop. You feel weighted the whole time. There's no inertia going into it.
Yeah.
There's no inertia. You just and you get a little wet. That's it. It's not bad.
How about this?
All right.
There you go.
That's you.
That was this past time riding it. Front row got drenched. I still, to me, that is my number 4.
Okay.
That's my number 4.
Okay. Question though, looking at the individual behind your mom that has the glasses, right? The black glasses, and then the individual behind her.
Yeah.
With the navy blue. I mean, I'm going to stop talking in a minute so the crowd at home can see it or whatever. But it looks like he's literally having a brown pants moment on that ride.
I think he is. I really do think he is. So we have myself, my mom, Aussie Dave, our VIP tour guide, fantastic tour guide. Catch him on DDP, the Disney Dads podcast. Then we have Bree, who works for me, and then we have the two random strangers, one having a brown pants moment, and the other one enjoying the brown pants moment.
How very confused. How is she enjoying the brown pants moment? Or is it more of where this is the moment right before she realizes said husband, significant other, brother, who knows? I'm assuming husband is having a brown pants moment. He's filling
Probably
his
before.
shoe. Got you. He's filling his shoes as we speak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not good. Not good. So my number 5, Splash Mountain. You will make a splash in your shoes and your friends around you.
Yes. Splash Mountain's my number 4. My number 5. Would probably have to be Space Mountain. Space Mountain's my number 5, and I'm sure it's up there on your list. We can talk about it because we've already talked about my number 4. So
sure,
go on.
That is my number. My number 4 is Space Mountain.
There you go.
It is.
So we're
because
flip-flop.
Space Mountain is not that bad. It's just the anticipation and in the dark.
Yeah.
Because if the lights were on, it would be really. I mean, it just jerks you around. It's just got little dips and turns and like sharp turns. It's not bad.
So the first time I rode Space Mountain was I rode it on the right. So there's 2 tracks, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I've always ridden it on the left track.
Yes.
The first time I rode it was on the right. Every other time it's been on the left.
Yep.
I like the left track a whole lot better because it's not as jerky. The right track I rode this past time, and I'm going to tell you right now, if I was to ever go on that again and I got on the right track, I would just close my eyes and just hang on like a test track dummy. Like it was.
It hurts.
Hurts.
It hurts. I mean, it's not a question of scared.
Usually you'll see the cars zipping past you and everything, and they'll be like glow in the dark. This time it was pitch black. It was like Jesus turned the lights off. I did not enjoy Space Mountain this past time, but I loved the ride. But the first time I rode it, I didn't know it was a single rider. Like you sit by yourself, yeah. And I was 10 or 11, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and it got stuck. We're going up the first little incline to go down, and it goes up and it gets stuck, and we sit there for about 20 minutes, and then we start going, and we rode it with the lights on, and then they put us back on, and we rode it with the lights off. I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah, that was my first brown pants moment, was Space Mountain back in the day.
Wow. If I had to circle back and think about my very first brown pants situation, it was a literal brown pants moment. Just a little bit more of a shark kind of situation. Just a little kind of, you thought you were in control.
Yeah.
But little did you know on the ride that there was a little more than meets the eye in that situation when you change clothes at the end of the day. But Carowinds, you ever been to Carowinds? So you've been to Carowinds, right?
No,
Charlotte. Great theme park in Charlotte, North Carolina, close to where I live. Maybe an hour, a little bit less than an hour. Especially Carowinds, it's like right on the South Carolina, North Carolina border. They had my first upside down loop-de-loop roller coaster was the Carolina Hurricane, and that was Carolina Cyclone. I take it back, Carolina Cyclone. That was awesome, but I definitely had a touch of the Hershey squirts in that situation. So that definitely hit me hard. Thought I had it under control. Spastic sphincter. Say that 4 times real fast. Spastic sphincter. Spastic sphincter. Sphincter. But that situation, it definitely kind of scarred me a little bit from riding roller coasters ever again after that, until I was an adult / in my 30s at the time. But yeah, Space Mountain for me, it was the first time I rode it, maybe right around the same age as you, but X number of years before that.
When it
Same
was
ride,
newer.
same situation. When it was definitely not when it was new. I think you're choking on something. I think you're choking on something. So yeah. Okay, hopefully you don't shit yourself in a little bit. Because if you have a brown pants moment while we're talking, sad. But anyway, and yes, I said shit. No, we're saying we can say it 5 more times before YouTube censors us. Shit. We have 2 more times. Was that 4 times? I said shit. Oh crap, shit. That's 5 times. Shit. Now we're that's what I'm kidding. No, Space Mountain. I just remember having no expectations. I didn't even know it was in the dark. And my parents would sure be a great idea. They had no idea either. And this is before internet. I mean, yes, internet was a thing, but at the same time, accessibility to technology and information was not there. And so we went into it literally like Ray Charles. Well, every roller coaster Ray Charles rides is going to be in the dark.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just say it. But I might as well have been Ray Charles, Helen Keller, Stevie Wonder on that roller coaster because
Hold on. Don't say Stevie Wonder.
why? He can see.
I
Is
think
it
he can see a
news?
little bit.
How come?
I just do. There have been stories about him saying, like freaking people out, celebrities out, that he knows where things are and everything. I think
Do you wonder?
there was one story that somebody said that he walked up to somebody and said, "Hey man, how you doing? I like your shoes." Like, and he described the shoes.
Okay. I'm going to give you a science lesson. So, bats they're nocturnal. And I'm not saying that he hangs upside down like Bruce Wayne, in the Batcave, but it's called echolocation. Okay. And sometimes, okay, roll your eyes harder with a little, it's a very subtle, if you listen to Barely Superstitious, or Merely Superstition, Barely Superstitious. Let's see that next karaoke a day. Can't
All
talk
right,
karaoke edition.
echo-
No. Sometimes music, they say that there's a certain color associated with certain notes. Like the brown note, right?
all right, close your eyes. I want you to listen real quick.
Sure.
What type of shoes am I wearing?
Red.
No, not color. Type.
Oh, say the question again.
What type of shoes am I wearing?
Nike.
All right, open them up. I'm not wearing any shoes. There goes your echolocation bullshit out the window.
Quit wearing out the SHITs. You're gonna get us canceled. This woke culture. Go stop, man.
Well,
You talk about the greenhouse gases, the methane. The more we say it, the worse it's gonna be. You say shit, might as well be methane going up into the ozone and destroying the ozone layer. You're
yeah,
part of the problem.
yeah, I am. That's true. I am.
POS, whatever. You and your freaking carbon footprint. Lick your fingers. Lick your fingers like Hannibal Lecter.
I'm getting the salt.
What?
I'm getting the salt off the pretzels.
I thought you said I feel assaulted.
No.
Assaulted salt. I feel assault. Come on, man. Okay, number 3.
All right.
What is your number 3?
My number 3 is Expedition Everest.
Good choice. Why? Because you just wrote it for the first time, right?
Yes, I just read it for the first time.
Look, lean. You had to wear the glasses to show, so your eyes weren't like your pupils. You don't want to show if your
My eyes weren't bugging out of my head. Exactly.
dilated pupils.
I liked it when it was going backwards. Had no problem with it.
It was awesome.
But when it comes and the mountain opens up and you go, that was a brown pants moment for me
Yes. It's
because I
amazing.
felt my cheeks pucker
Oh,
and clench, and my hands were sweating like a blank in church,
you can say a whore in church. It's fine.
like a whore in church. I was
Like a whore in
sweating like a whore in church.
you're not saying shit.
That's true.
True.
Yeah, I
So
was.
my concern is, and yet again with these pictures, because I think we have because I
This
have
guy's
many of these pictures.
unfazed.
This guy, yes, dear.
He's unfazed.
Oh, thank you.
She's unfazed.
Your bride is. Did she love roller coasters, or she's like you?
Yes,
She
she
does.
loves roller coasters.
Oh man, her and Emily. Oh, we have to do Disney together. Oh, just you can stay home. We will ride every. No, no, no. Disney, yes, they have great roller coasters, but Universal Studios, sir.
I'll go to Disney. You guys go to Universal. How about that?
Oh man, the roller coasters.
Anybody
You get
wants to join me at Disney? Join me.
that's fun. That's fun. We'll let the kids enjoy Disney for roller coasters. Let the dude and the chicks ride the roller coasters. Velocicoaster, Hagrid's something ride. Forgot the name of it. There's no point even trying to ride that thing because line's way too long all the way in Hogsmeade. No thanks. But that's another podcast.
Yeah.
That's not us. We're Disney. But anyway, but still great roller coasters. My number 3 is the one you've never ridden, the one you refuse to ride because you are a. Is your favorite day of the week Tuesday because they serve tacos? Because my number 3 is Rockin' Roller Coaster. Rockin' Roller Coaster. That
That is.
one I.
Can I say it since I didn't even ride it or haven't ridden it? Can I
Why
use that?
did
For
well?
any of them?
Yes, you can because you can say the mere thought of it. Because even if you haven't ridden it, you can still have a brown pants moment.
The mere
Just
thought
thinking
of
about
that.
it.
That's
Yeah.
my number one because
What?
the mere thought of that ride just freaks me the heck out.
What? Okay, I get it. It does go upside down indoors, but it's not that bad. It's a
I
fun
know.
ride. It's quick. It's way too short, but it is still pretty long. It's a longer roller coaster than you expect. But to me, it flew by. It was fun. It didn't. It was smooth. It didn't jerk you around, giggity. But that one, I remember I had more of a brown pants moment because 2018 was my first time riding Tower of Terror. I was reluctant, and I remember my heart was pacing thinking about it. I knew Emily was like, Emily said, "You have to come on, Abbott. Abbott, don't give in to Taco Tuesday. Don't be a Taco Tuesday like Taylor, right? Yeah, I don't know what's happening. You have to say something.
I'm doing that so I don't have to say it.
Okay, that's okay. Well, and the Braves beat the Phillies 3-0. We are tied
Awesome.
1-1. Is that a DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, or Disney Dudes podcast reference?
It might be a Disney dude's a DDP. It might be a DDP for some, but it's
If that
not.
was that's what Diamond Dallas Page does.
I
He
know.
does the diamond cutter. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
that's a diamond cutter. All right.
You know, and it's just one of those where we look at our friend up here in his brown pants and say, how many rides have you ridden today? Easy, dude. These were white pants at the beginning of the day. This is Taylor at the beginning, at the end of this week at Disney. Wham, 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 wham.
All right. No, let's
Anyway.
get on with it because
I'm trying.
Rock and Roller Coaster, it just freaks me out. It just the thought of it. I'm gonna have
Rock
to
and
ride
Roller
it.
Coaster.
I'm gonna have to ride it one time.
Okay, so it's not like now. I've had a brown pants moment when I rode the Incredible Hulk at Islands of Adventure. I did not have an expectation. I was sitting in the ride. I thought it was going to be like a slow ding 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 ding, like a slow burn, getting to the apex of the first hill. but out of nowhere,
It takes
because
off.
it's a giga coaster because it goes from 0 to 60 in maybe 3 seconds, and I literally felt the G, like I don't know how many G's I felt, but my whole body went and then back, and you hear this, but apparently Emily and I should have been talking. She and I had no idea, and it was similar to the rock and roller coaster, and I had heard that it takes off like that, but the way when you walk in, you walk literally right beside. The first thing you see is the coaster taking off into the dark, and it goes from nothing to cow something and other. You talk about brown pants, like 3 or 4 pairs of brown pants, like 3 or 4 pairs of like white, ultra white pants that you had that automatically become, if you're changing pants in the middle of that ride upside down and it's still brown, it doesn't matter. That brown bleeds to the white and creates all kinds of layers of
I
brown.
just want to know this. How many times does it go upside down?
One time.
All right, because Caitlin and Bree
Yeah.
said that it went 3 times.
There's a corkscrew. No, it did not. It goes upside down one time. There is
There's
a corkscrew.
corkscrew.
Yes.
How many times are you like this?
Maybe like 2 or 3.
Okay.
Maybe
Right.
twice. It's not
For
bad.
me, upside down is like this.
Yeah, you do that. You twist like yeah.
Yeah.
Like
See,
like
that's
said,
another.
corkscrew.
There you go. I don't like
It's not that
upside
bad.
down, loop de loops, or corkscrews.
Okay.
Unless
Well,
I'm like this, feet like towards the ground.
the way that I think about it, outside of inertia, outside of weightlessness, whatever, I think of when I go upside down, I feel grounded. I do. But the problem with certain loop de loops or going upside down is when it slows down a touch and then it speeds up. And that's an older roller coaster. New roller coasters are smooth and they just, you know, you are going to feel smart. The part of a roller coaster that I have a brown pants moment with are the down, like the big dips. And when you start, because you feel the weight, and I like feeling grounded on a roller coaster, but it's the going back up, those short little dips. Like the one that I feel the sickest on is going to be great, Thunder Mountain. Big Thunder Mountain. That's the one that I'm gonna feel because it does those quick little up and down kind of bumps, kind of little hills. That makes your stomach go up and down. At least on a corkscrew, at least on a big loopsy loop, you actually feel the weight. You don't
See,
feel weightlessness.
I like my stomach feeling like
No, no. I like to feel grounded. That's more so going upside down. I actually feel gravity, and that makes me feel secure. So, antithesis of your thought, boom, counter you, raise you a number. What is your third? Did you already mention it?
I'm pretty sure I said
What did you say?
Expedition Everest.
You did. Expedition Everest is actually, that's my number 2, and I have a tie with number 2, and it's not as bad. And I would assume you would piggyback on this one and have an opinion, but my number 2, Expedition Everest, I agree with you, but I always had a fear of going backwards, right? And I knew going backwards on a roller, well, at least going backwards on a roller coaster was a fear. And I'd gone backwards on a roller coaster. Actually, no, I had never gone backwards on a roller coaster until I'd ridden Expedition Everest or Escape from Everest, whatever. And I loved it. But that anticipation going up, and I remember looking, when the track breaks, you go all the way up. And you can see Epcot, you can see Tower of Terror from a distance. But then you go back. But that ride, I loved it. But the anticipation, I may have let go of a certain few things, whatever here and there. Sorry. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I wish I could wear the brown shirt with a green dialogue box that says "Yes, dear."
Yeah.
Over your right shoulder, but we're not all grown men.
Right here.
We're not grown men.
Right here. There we go. Wouldn't pick me up. Yeah. So my number 2, as I just said, was Or no, I said my number one was Rock and Roller Coaster. Self-explanatory. I haven't ridden it. I just have a fear of it. That's my brown pants moment. When I think about my brown pants moment, I think about that ride. My number two, the Tower of Terror. The reason it's my brown pants moment is because I've ridden it twice in my life. I love the ride. I was fearful of it, but the first time and the second time, when it drops, I feel, and this might be too much information, it's graphic, sorry about it, but I feel my butt raise up out of the seat, separate, come back down, and repeat that process like I'm a claw, one of those claw machines, and there's no toy at the end of it that drops down out of the claw. I believe it might be poop because it drops, and I don't know. It's just as you said, the sphincter.
Das Sphincter.
Das sphincter.
Das Sphincter.
Yeah,
Well, you know, what goes out must come back in is the theory of relativity in my mind, my education, my public college and public school education. But what goes up must come down. But is it a Pac-Man situation where it's like I want, or more of just, you know?
I think it's more of the second. It's not a Pac-Man.
Okay. If you could control, I mean, I'm not saying that you're twerking,
no,
making it clap.
No, but and the thing is, this last time that I rode it, kid you not, I hate to get front row on any roller coaster type thing. I like to be middle or back.
The back is the worst.
I understand that, but I like to be middle or back because it's the same thing with a plane. If I'm gonna crash, I know I'm gonna be the last one to crash. That's just my thing.
You're nitpicking.
I am nitpicking, yes. This past one, look where I'm at. Front row, dead center. The only thing that's separating me in the front is a daggone gate. And we had the lovebirds up here at the top holding hands. We had the little girl holding on for dear life, her dad. My wife blocking the innocent little kid.
Yep.
We have this guy right here in the black and green shirt.
Well, it looks cool. He's requesting brown pants.
He probably is.
He probably is.
Yeah. So, yeah. Fun fact about this ride right here. If you do the VIP tour, and I'm going to just segue into something real quick. If you do the VIP tour and you go through the front scene and you go when the door opens and you go to get in line, if your VIP tour guide says, ask the people, are y'all running at 100%? You know what that means? It means you skip the line everybody else goes to. They open a gate up, you walk up 3 steps, and you're the next one's on.
So anybody can say that?
Only a tour guide.
Only a tour guide.
Only a tour guide. Yeah. So, thought that was very interesting. But yes, Tower of Terror is my number 2. It makes my butthole pucker.
Good.
And we're gonna make shirts. I think we should make shirts that says Tower of Terror makes my butthole pucker.
Okay. I'm not buying that shirt.
We'd have a picture of Michael Jackson on it too.
That would actually sell. That would sell like hotcakes. You know? Okay. But that would be, we would be able to sell those to all the what is it, the
victims?
No, victims, yes. Wow. We are going down a road we don't need to touch with a 10-foot pole. Hee hee. I was going to say Sour Patch Kids. But you said the victims, and I went, yikes. Wow. Talk about brown pants. They probably had brown pants. Never mind. So
We're not going to go there.
we're not going to go there. You set me up. So I did have a tie for number 2, Mission Space. Mission Space. We're talking orange. If you go Mission Orange and you feel up to 4 G's, literal, you hear and you feel the. I've never had that brown pants moment. And a buddy of mine, well, actually, when we went to space, that special edition episode when Rylan joined us, I am doing my darndest to get him to go with me to Epcot because he loves Mission Space. He said that is the closest simulation to, actually feeling, G's, like riding on. If you're going to ride on a spaceship, whatever, that's the closest thing that you're going to feel as a civilian that astronauts are going to encounter. And orange really you just feel the weight, you feel it. And you've done orange, right?
No, I've done
You've
green.
never done orange. What? Taco Tuesday making another appearance?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, Diamond Dallas Page. Back to this one. I've never ridden green. I've only ridden orange. And that's one big motivation is to get back down there because I love Mission Space. And it's either mission to, what is it? It's because it's mission from the moon to the earth is green, or is it mission to the moon?
Moon to the earth is green, yeah.
That's what I thought. Moon to the earth, and then Mars is orange. Yes. If your pants turn orange, that's a whole nother set of issues right there, and we have a couple of physicians we can refer you to.
Yeah.
But anyway, my number 1 is your number 2, Hollywood Tower of Terror. That one is, but it's not as much anymore. But I think back to the anticipation of riding it for the first time. What, 4 going on 5 years ago, and I've ridden it 3 times since.
Yeah.
I love that ride. And I get a little bit of nervousness, but tell everybody the anticipation. But the first time that I rode it, I told him, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I can't do this. It's going to make, no, it's not a big deal. I don't feel well. I try to make excuses. Like, it's whatever we ate the other night before. I don't feel like right. And she's like, stop being a Taco Tuesday. Diamond Dallas Page. I mean, if we're going to say shit, we might as well say no. And that being the case, I did it. I loved it. I had no issues. And yet again, when it's almost been a year to the day. It'll be a couple of weeks or 3 weeks from last time we took our family to Disney for the week. And when Mason, my youngest son, was 5, he went. He had no hesitation. He loved it. He cried because he couldn't ride a rock and roller coaster because he was too short. My daughter loved it. Loved it. I'm going to post those pictures. We're going to start posting those pictures, reaction pictures. We should start doing that. Reaction Thursday or something like that.
Or caption this.
Caption this Thursday. That's it. Even better. Caption this Sunday because that's downtime. Sunday's like a day off. So caption this Sunday. Yeah, perfect. And okay, cool. I like it. Good idea. Brainstorm. Does that guy over your left shoulder have a question? Because he won't put his damn hand down.
Yes, I think he wants to hear what our honorary or honorable mentions might be.
My honorable mention is Small World. Because that one evokes all types of fear, anxiety. Because my thing is, I've been stuck on that when I was a kid. In the and just reverberated through my brain and set me up for many years of not therapy, but just me coping with that sound.
Yeah.
And last time we went to Disney and we went to Magic Kingdom, I went to Magic Kingdom 3 times in 4 months. Exactly. I went once and I made it a habit not to do it again. So next time we go to Magic Kingdom and the kids want to do it, I am going to skip out. I'm fine. I'll set up. What is the restaurant that overlooks Pinocchio's?
Pinocchio Village or Pinocchio Tavern or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, I'll just get myself like a brat and just hang out. So
Well, that's your honorable mention. I understand that. That's fine. My honorable mention is
that sweet pose you're making, is that your holla back girl kind of pose?
yes, it is. It's Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. I was fearing it when we walked to it. Um, so we rode that the first day we got down there. Well worth the money, and I'm freaking out because I'm like, oh my gosh, like what is this going to be like? I've seen the YouTube videos, everything like that. How am I going to say, Abbott, I rode that and I can't ride Rock and Roller Coaster? Like, what? How's it going to go? So we got on there. My hands are sweating already, knees weak. There's no vomit on my sweater already, or mom spaghetti, nothing like that. But I hold on for dear life, and the fear, the brown pants moment, was just the fear of the unknown. But it all disappeared. It all dissipated, and I would ride this ride right here, back to back to back. If they would allow me to stay on one of them all day long, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Hmm. I'm having a brown pants moment out of frustration, jealousy, and wanting to drive to your house and slap you in the face while you're sleeping and then just walk
Well,
away. Or pour a bucket of cold water on your head and then,
but
whatever.
it was so worth the money.
What tell me this. Tell me this. Because I know the theming and I've seen the videos. I know the cue's incredible and the Easter eggs and this and that. I get it. And I know it's one thing to see it on a YouTube video and different to see it in person. But when you go up the track and you encounter the big old robot villain, whatever, and you go backwards, what is that like?
So, preface to this, I
Mhm.
had not seen Guardians of the Galaxy 1 or 2. I watched them. I've watched them and rewatched them 2 or 3 times this past week.
Because of said ride, right?
Yes. Yes.
It's that good.
It's that good. Um,
How long
I'm
does it
a
last?
I'm a Guardians Galaxy fanatic now.
Yeah.
But the
Nice.
the initial just when you get sucked into the hole and then all of a sudden it
Yeah.
launches you back,
Yeah.
it goes fast,
Yeah.
very quickly. But it's not bad because you go backwards, but then all of a sudden the car itself starts to spin
Yeah.
and turn, and so you kind of just go with it.
Hmm.
It's smooth as silk. The smoothest ride I've been on at Disney World to date.
To me, that's very encouraging for Tron and future rides as well.
Yes,
You know,
it's
that type of.
smoother than the Tomorrowland People Mover.
Oh well, okay, it's pretty good.
Yes,
So my mission now, more than ever, and I'm yeah, I'm gonna make it happen. To ride Guardians, to do the Christmas overlay for
I'm more.
Guardians in December.
Yeah,
That's my plan.
you
I
let me
want
know
to.
when. You let me know when,
Okay.
and I will.
Yep.
I will meet you down there.
Let's roll. Roll the dice. So we can plan it out first week. We'll talk about it in the meantime. Put some actual book it.
Yeah.
We'll book it ahead of time and then just plan out the day. Because I'm talking, I get a week off, but that's in between Christmas. That's between Christmas and New Year's. That
When
could be a
it's
time as well.
here, we're gonna look this
It's
up
a
because
weekend to a weekend. I get 1 week off.
you get 1 week off
Yep, for Christmas.
for Christmas. Okay.
Yep. and that is and pretty much Christmas. New Year's Christmas Eve is on a Saturday,
Yes.
and Christmas Day is a Sunday.
And there's a third really important date on that Monday,
Okay.
my birthday.
Okay. Let's see. Well, who cares? Let's go back to what I want to do about me. Hey, happy early birthday. You're getting old, and that's really gross. Um,
I wouldn't mind doing. I mean, traffic would be horrendous. Air flights
sure.
would be horrendous, but the
I drive.
30th and New Year's Eve.
Shit, I wouldn't see. I wouldn't hear the end of it, but that is a possibility. That is a possibility. 'Cause, I mean, I have it off. I would even do, to me, I would go midweek. I would go the 28th.
Well,
And then I'd go I'd drive down the 28th and spend the 29th and 30th and leave that night on the 30th. Just drive back. I could do it.
possibly.
We'll see. Up in the air. But
Let me ask you this.
go. What?
The Thursday, the 15th. What are you doing?
December?
Yes.
Working.
How about the Friday?
Working. Work. If I take off, I know. If I take off time, that's less time in the future. I know. I've got
okay.
that's my motivation is that's why I can do a day, like a day. Fly by the seat of your pants, all or nothing, boom. Do it. I know.
It's not a
It's
problem.
difficult. It's difficult, but it's manageable. I can do it.
Well, hey, they have cheap flights.
Out of I know Asheville, they advertise a good bit.
Yeah.
So I'll do some research.
I've looked up flights and I found for 5 people to go round
Yep.
trip from
Yep.
Richmond to Orlando, like $100 a
Wow.
person.
It's going to be a whole hell of a lot more expensive at Christmas and holiday times.
Yeah.
But anyway,
But yeah.
something to think about. No guarantees.
But you want to
Something
do
think
the
about.
Guardians Christmas overlay.
That's my motivation. Because
Well,
my thing is I'm trying to get Rylan, trying to get you, trying to get in just if it's just the three, because there's no way I can do the kids and do all that. It's just too much.
yeah.
It would be too much. And I was on the tip of the I was on the cusp of booking first weekend in November, and we had to work. But I would have gone. I would have
Gosh,
gone.
Emily.
I would have gone. It was she's not going to listen to this, hear it, whatever, see it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. She cares about my side projects. Hey, who cares? But all that's said and done, that's the motivation. We're going to make it happen.
We got to
And
make it happen.
honestly, I don't foresee myself having any more brown pants moments. I think this is more of a therapeutic kind of a cathartic thing for me, kind of a talk.
Yes.
So this podcast actually helped, so no more brown pants.
I will tell you this. Yeah, no more brown pants. Just khaki pants now. But the first time we did ride Guardians, Caitlin and I both got off and felt like our souls had left our body.
Damn.
Because there's a part in there that if you get motion sickness,
sure,
you get sick.
Yeah. Is it when you like whip around the planet?
When you whip around the moon,
yeah,
it's simulating how it would be to be a turd.
Good.
Or to be a brown pants moment in a toilet.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. When the turd leaves the body.
Yeah. Yeah. But honestly, the best roller coaster I've ever ridden in my entire life.
Yeah, they compare it to what are they? The Tomorrowland Speedway. That's what they compare it to.
Okay.
Or they compare it to,
It's a Small World.
I wouldn't say teacups. That's kind of intense for you.
I read Teacups with Wellesley.
How did that go? Did you actually pull the wheel as hard as you could?
So they said you need to put her. She can sit down,
Yeah.
or you need to put her in your lap with her
Mhm.
legs under the wheel.
Sure.
Like, okay. So I put her on my lap because she wanted to get up and walk around the teacup when it was moving. Yeah. So she gets that from her mom. So I picked her up, put her on my lap, and I start turning it. I'm holding her like this, and I'm turning it with one hand.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is too hard. So when it spins one way, I'm trying to
Yeah.
spin it the other way instead of going with it.
Mhm.
Eventually, we figure out how to do it, and we spin it a couple hard times.
Yep.
But she didn't like it at first, but she liked it when it started spinning.
When she stopped looking out of her
Yeah,
left eye, trying to focus in on something, she gave
yeah,
in and
yeah,
focused in on what was in front. Yeah.
yeah.
No, I
But
hear you.
her favorite rides this time were
Uh-huh.
Small World,
Yep.
Haunted
Scary.
Mansion.
Wonderful. Every kid loves Haunted Mansion. That was my favorite as a kid, still favorite now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
That's
her
awesome.
favorite part was when the ghost would jump up in the graveyard.
I've got a video of where we got stuck in the graveyard back in April, and it's right there where it's the head just. Psh, you can hear the what is it,
The
the hydraulic just
pistons,
going
yeah,
psh, yeah, going psh, blow. So, but but for me, I know what my motivation is going forward. We have a lot of great things lined up in the near future, coming up for listening audience, because we're getting into the deep cuts at this point in the episode here. So the likelihood of someone hanging on and listening to this part is null and void.
yeah,
But that being the case, people in New Zealand, if you're listening now, you need to be sure you grab your kiwi and your Foster's beer. I may have offended them saying that.
yeah.
We have a
That's
new
Australian,
contender.
dude.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know all the New Zealand. I just know kiwi and black shirts, right?
The All Blacks.
All blacks, all blacks, all blacks, all black. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie. No, yeah, we have some new listeners in the Germany and Oi. I mean in New Zealand. So Middle Earth.
Yeah,
Hey, Middle Earth. How about it now? So yeah, we are across 3 continents. It is weird to know that is the case. So if you're actually getting something out of it, I apologize ahead of time or I'm sorry now. It is what it is, but whatever. Whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
We've got the next 3 or 4 episodes planned out, I believe.
It's good. Yeah. You
Yeah.
have a special guest coming up later in the month, give or
I have a
take.
special guest later in the
Yep.
month.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna do some countdowns and what we'd like to see at the parks too, and
Yep.
then talk about the trip, VIP tour, everything like that. And yeah, we'll go from there.
Yep. In a big coming up in, I would say, right after the new year, we will need to start revving up the Disney Marathon
Yes,
and the half marathon coming up.
yes,
Big time race weekends. We have a race weekend coming up. First weekend in November is the food and wine half marathon coming up. So that's
yeah,
exciting. That's always a big weekend. That's the weekend I have to try to get down there because it would have been more people, more content, more interaction. But yay, the wife yet again is the block, and that is she's the Disney block, not the C block, but the Disney block. So it is what it is. So I am going to stop digging a hole and painting myself in a corner and shut this episode down.
yeah,
So, brown pants gone, clean them, dump out the shoes, wash them, cleanse ourselves, and let's move on to next week because we are back for the weekly episodes. We can manage this. We got it. That week off was wonderful. But
yes.
yet again, I miss the routine of doing this week in and week out. So, cool. Good
Yes.
stuff. You look great. You
Thank
still.
you.
That's the curl, like the Superman. I don't know what you're looking at. It is what it is, but that
I was doing
Superman like
my face.
curl. Oh, okay, is that your blue steel or more of like your Magnum?
Yeah, it was me looking at the sun or the
Ah,
moon or whatever it was we were orbiting.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
So therefore, was it? Did they ever get flooded in Magic Kingdom when you were there?
No,
Did it
no, never
flood
got
when you were
flooded.
there? It never got flooded.
Never
No one
got
got
flooded.
excited. Nothing got
No,
flooded. Okay, just want to
no.
double check. No, no worries. No premonition. No segue. No innuendo. Anyway, I'm Disney Dude Abbott.
And I'm Disney Dude Taylor, and this has been the Disney Dudes podcast, the Brown Pants episode, aka the Abbott episode.
All mine. Thank you for humoring me. It seemed like a good idea, but hey, we'll see the reaction. 10 views. Yay.
Yeah, it's all right. We know at least one of them.
That's okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let her on.
See ya.
Let him in.